I've been kayaking for about 20 years in the Sydney region, and in that time I find that I keep going back to the same locations over and over. So over the last 3 months or so, I decided that I would try and paddle in as many new areas in the Sydney region that I possibly could, to the point where I even created a map and I started plotting where I'd been and trying to fill in all the gaps. And in doing so, I found that there was a whole lot of new spots that I really enjoyed and I know I'm going to go back to again and again. So in this video, what I've done is I've actually put together my top 5 locations around Sydney that I just love paddling in. And these are places that I've been going to on a regular basis over the years and places that I've just discovered recently. And in each of the videos, what I've done is I've actually created some information for you about where to go, what to look out for, and even where to find a feed and a coffee after the paddle. What I've also done though is I've created a page on my blog. So if you go to robbo.blog or click on the link in the description below, you'll be able to go and find out even more information about each of those trips, including maps and more descriptions about what to do and where to go and where to park and those sorts of things. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below in YouTube, and that will allow you to see any of my new videos as I put them out. Anyway, let's get on with the paddling, and I hope you enjoy my top 5 paddles around Sydney.
Wondering where we are. I don't wanna face the consequences, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second guessing.
So when you come out of the marina, you've got 2 choices. You can head down to the south, which is down there, past the ferry, and that will take you down the BEROWRA Creek. That's an excellent paddle, but only in high tide. If you do it in low tide, you'll probably find within a kilometre you're dragging your butt along the bottom of the creek. But today we're heading up to the north, and that's going to take us all the way up through the waterways towards the Hawkesbury, and that pretty much connects up with the Hawkesbury and with Pittwater. So you can go for a long way up that way, and there's also a lot of creeks and rivers you can explore. So let's head that way.
Lately I've been trying to figure out, wonder if you're ever coming down, ever coming down. Look at me the way you do, keep giving myself into you. That I hate this part, surprised we ever got this far. We did go through all the circumstances, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second chances. Surprised we ever got this far. Drifting into space, keep driving on the freeway. Baby, let me know what you were thinking. Baby, let me know what you were thinking. I think about us calling. I think about us, I think about us falling through the dark night and through time towards the light when you'll be mine. I think about us, I is for us. I dream about us, I dream about the stardust. I dream about us, I dream of how it started and how it's all connected to everything we'll ever do. I think about what the future's holding for us.
So here we are at Palm Beach, otherwise known as Summer Bay for those in England. But basically where I've come from is just over here from Pittwater, and then behind me is West Head. Just here we got a whole lot of sleeping seals, and then we head around this way where we're going to go today, which is out around BARRENJOEY Head towards Palm Beach Front Beach. I also wanted to take you out to Lion Island today, but as you can see it's all in fog, but out that direction you've got Lion Island, you've got Patonga, you've got Umina, and a whole lot of other nice beaches up the coast, which is another nice, really good paddle. Anyway, let's head around the headland and see what the chop and the waves are like.
The time that lies before us, I dream of all the things to come and of all the things we've done.
So I'm sorry if the video is a bit shaky, but I've just come out past the BARRENJOEY headland here, so you can see the lighthouse is just here behind me, and we're at the mouth of the Hawkesbury basically into the ocean, so it gets pretty rough here. And I would suggest you only come out here if you're somewhat experienced and the day's fairly calm.
We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times.
So I thought I should give you a bit of orientation about where things are. So I've just come out of MCCARRS Creek, which is behind there, and now I'm in sort of the main channel. It is kind of peak hour and everyone's coming over from Scotland Island to go to work. So over here we've got the Waterfront Cafe, which we'll go to later on, and then down there to the right we've got Bayview and Newport, and then if we swing around here in front of us we've got Scotland Island. And then if we head up there to the north, that's heading up into the main part of Pittwater.
We're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Ooh.
wish I was above the center of attention, but I'm not. I wish I didn't have to give into the pressure.
I've just come out of the picnic area and the launch spot here, and there's two choices you've essentially got. Basically, you can head up to the right, which goes up past the marina, and that takes you up Cowan Creek. And then the other option you've got is to go up to the left, which will take you up towards Cottage Point and then eventually up to the Hawkesbury and Pittwater. So I'm going to take you up Cowan Creek today, and I'm also going to then take you a little bit of the way up towards Cottage Point.
Cause this pressure's really bringing me down. Pressure's really bringing me down. I wish I was above the center of attention, but I'm not. I wish I didn't have to give into the pressure. Cause I just wanna call my friends and see what they're doing tonight. It doesn't have to be so special. I try to be myself. If you do the same, I will be.
So we've just come out of the harbour here and into the main Sydney harbour. So you can see here we're heading into the main part of Sydney harbour. And this is where you've got a couple of choices to make. So firstly, if you've hired a kayak down at Spitbridge, you're actually not allowed past this point, so you need to turn around. But if you're going to go a bit further, what you can do is head up to the north. So that's there, so turning left, and that's up to Manly. So you can see Manly Wharf is down here. You just need to watch out for the Manly ferries. But it's quite a nice paddle down there and a good spot to get yourself a coffee. Then you can head to the south, which is what we're going to do, past the heads here. And then you can head down towards Sydney proper. So down to the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Opera House. You go past places like Chowder Bay and Taronga Zoo. And then the other choice you've got is to actually head out there, out to the east. And that's the Pacific Ocean out there. So you want to be a little bit more experienced because it gets pretty choppy out through the heads. But what you can do is you can head out past the north head out there and turn left and around the sea cliffs and head around to places like Shelley Beach and Manly Front Beach. Well, this is a bit disappointing. I was hoping to show you how rough it gets at Middle Head. So we've just come around Middle Head, and the reason this normally gets so rough is because basically you have this long cliff face that the waves coming out from the ocean through the main Sydney heads essentially bounce straight off those cliffs. And what ends up happening is you get this effect where you've got waves coming out from the cliffs and then the waves coming from the ocean, and that gives you this washing machine effect where the waves are bouncing off each other. So this can get pretty choppy just here. The other thing you want to watch out for are those guys, the Manly ferries. They can create a fair bit of chop, but they also can get in your way a little bit. So keep an eye out for them. And they go past about every 15 minutes, so nothing to be too worried about. Sometimes you get really lucky when you come out kayaking and you get to play with some dolphins. Well, I hope you enjoyed my top 5 paddles around Sydney. Make sure you do go to my blog at robbo.blog, as well as hit that subscribe button below, because that will let you be notified anytime I put out any new videos. So until next time, thanks for joining me, and make sure you get out there and enjoy those new areas.